T-Pain revolutionized the way music gets made, and the Grammy winner is still changing the game from launching his own independent label to cranking out even more hits. And T-Pain is with us now. T-Pain, good to see you. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So listen, life has slowed down for a lot of people in this last year, but it seems like you are just revving up. Let's start with music.
It's actually pretty hard for me to record music if I'm on the road at the same time, or if I'm on the road for 2 weeks and I come home for 4 days, but I got to rest my voice for those 4 days to go
Yeah.
back on the road for the next 2 weeks. So having this time at home and always being a homebody and always being an introvert, this is great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yes. It's kind of been a blessing in that way. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
You recently released the Lost remixes celebrating 15 years since your first album. What was it like going back and kind of revisiting the archives and bringing these out?
Oh man, the thing is about it, I do that a lot.
Oh yeah.
And that's how it came about. I was, I'm always listening to old remixes, and they're always on my phone and in my playlist and stuff like that. I am kind of a narcissist in that sense, I guess. Just listening to myself all the time. But it came about because I listened to it so much, and my people came around me and they were like, "Why don't we just? You want to release these? Have these ever been released?" And I'm like, I don't think a lot of these have, and it was only
Perfect
right
time.
that we just released. It was like a no-brainer. It was
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God.
absolutely, let's put these on streaming platforms.
Well, talk to me about your independent record label. Does it feel like kind of a new chapter for you?
It feels like a new chapter of a different book.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Going from having everything taken care of for you to, taking care of somebody else's
Yeah.
career and having somebody else's life and livelihood and career put into your hands. Not only that, but having multiple people at the same time.
Yeah.
You learn a lot really quick. You learn how to grow up really fast.
It's a learning lesson for you.
Yeah, no, it's a big lesson for me in order to make sure my artists were or are as happy as I used to want to be on a
Yeah.
label.
You've also teamed up with Ruffles for their Own Your Ridges campaign. What does it mean to own your ridges?
Owning your ridges is owning your uniqueness, making sure that you don't apologize for being who you are. Making sure you really put out there what's in your heart and what's in your mind and loving it.
What was it like collaborating with NBA stars Jason Tatum and Anthony Davis on the
Oh my God,
campaign
that
too?
was so great. They are so tall. They're so tall. You shouldn't be able to fit in a car. Like that doesn't just seem like, I don't know. But no, it was super fun.
Well, yeah, the commercial kind of pokes fun. It's like, saying Ruffles without ridges is like T-Pain without auto tune.
Mm-hmm.
But let me say, you won the Masked Singer without auto tune.
Yep.
There's 20 million views on your Tiny Desk concert.
Yep, yep.
Did you ever think about doing an album without any auto tune?
Well, the crazy thing is most of my albums don't have it.
Oh, really? But it's like something that you're known for too.
Yeah, yeah. It's because most of my singles have it, and it's such
Yeah.
a different thing. When you deep dive into T-Pain and you actually, you go listen to the albums, you realize a lot of that stuff doesn't have auto tune.
Yeah.
One of my biggest hits, "Get Low" with Flow Rider. I didn't use auto tune on that song.
Yeah.
One of my riches I owned.
Let's talk about the Masked Singer for just a second. You had them stumped, and they were
Yeah.
like, even at the end, they were like, I don't even know who it is. Nobody guessed it was you.
It was good.
Well, something else that happened recently that I read that made you very emotional was being a part of the Tom and Jerry movie, which I have young kids, so we've seen it a few times already.
Yeah. I think not only because I was a big fan, well, I am still to this day a big fan of Tom and Jerry, and that was just a big deal to me. It was such a big thing that, the only time Tom speaks in the movie is when he's singing.
Yeah.
And it was me. I grew up thinking like, oh my God, the issue is, or issue ain't my baby.
Yes.
All the songs that Tom went through, the thing when he had the fruit hat on and stuff like that, just all those all those memorable moments just came to, oh my God, it's me now.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's crazy.
when they called me for that job, I was like, there's no way they're gonna use what I did. Because we kept changing a lot of stuff, and it was like, can you put auto tune on it? I was like, oh, I thought this was like a singing thing, and it turned into this whole back and forth of like, okay, maybe put a beat on it. Then when I heard that first note that I did, I was like, oh, the relief that just flew out of my body.
Oh
Oh,
my God, I can't
I
even
was overcome
imagine.
with relief. It was so great.
Yeah, well, it came out amazing too. It was such a great moment in the movie. I love all that you're doing. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Be sure to follow Ruffles on social media for more info on the Own Your Riches campaign, and follow T-Pain for all his latest work. T-Pain, thanks so much. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Absolutely.